What is up, guys? It is Mason from Car Confections, and today we have the Genesis GV80, and I'm going to do a POV nighttime drive of this vehicle. So as you can see, the exterior is of course very beautiful. If you want to know information about it, we do have reviews on the channel as well as several night videos as well. When you approach the vehicle, you do have a Genesis logo that illuminates there. That's a pretty unique touch. We also have illumination behind the door handle. And take a look at inside that cabin. Wow. Makes a very stunning first impression at night. As you can see, the seat and steering wheel do go ahead and adjust when you hop in. All of our illuminations are going on as well. Let's go ahead and fire it up. There you can see the head-up display turns on. We have the half digital gauge setup on this one. We do have the Prestige, but it's the 2.5 T Prestige instead of the 3.5. That would throw in the full digital gauge cluster, but we do still have the really nice head-up display. We also have this really thick rimmed leather-wrapped steering wheel with the Genesis two-part design. As you can see, we have ambient lighting going through this part of the door trim as well as underneath of the steering wheel. We also have ambient lighting throughout the rest of the cabin on that part in the center area. You can change this to whatever color you have, or whatever color you want. We have it set on blue right now. We also have ambient lighting down below this little secret storage compartment here. As far as the shifter is concerned, we do have the same color ambient lighting in drive as well as park. However, if you put it in reverse, it does switch to red, which is a pretty unique option. Then we open this up, we have some LED lighting in there, but let's go ahead and get out on the road and show you what you've really been waiting on. Now, this does have the glass shifter. That's a pretty unique touch. Here's your home screen. It matches with whatever weather conditions you're on. It shows you pretty much all the information that you do need to know, such as your music as well as your map here on the right side and the time. I've found it to be pretty much what I use the entire time. Now, before we take off here, I do want to point out, if you didn't hear me earlier, we do have the 2.5 liter turbo on this specific GV80. So that means we're going to have the 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder engine producing 300 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. It does run on premium fuel, and you're going to be sitting at around 22 miles per gallon combined with this engine. They do also offer the 3.5 liter twin turbo engine as well. If you want that more powerful option, that is 375 horsepower. But this has been perfectly adequate, what we've experienced with it this week. So as you can see, it does get up to speed pretty fast, especially for an SUV of this size. Right there, we're up to 60 miles an hour. That wasn't even a full throttle acceleration. So I certainly think if you are not too concerned with power, this 2.5 liter engine is going to be perfectly fine for the vast majority of people. But as you can see, now that we're out kind of in the country, I want you to look at the LED lighting out here in the front. It is very bright LED lighting. The head-up display shows up fantastic at nighttime. We'll go ahead and turn on the high beams as well. You do have standard auto high beams with this model, and as you can see, when we turn those on, look how much it illuminates. Now, as far as the comfort level, you do have a very comfortable ride quality in this model. We do have the largest wheels, so that does impact your ride quality just a little bit, but overall it is certainly not bad. It's definitely pretty solid ride quality, I would say. As you can see, it turned those lights off for that very quick response time. Since we do have the Prestige model, we do have massaging seats, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my massage on. I've quite enjoyed that this week. We also do have Hyundai's steering assist, so I can turn that on. As you can see, the green steering wheel will come up in the gauge cluster, and that actually does most of your steering for you. You do still have to keep your hands on the wheel. Works in conjunction with the adaptive cruise control system, and basically does just a lot of the steering for you to make your drive a lot easier. That has been very helpful for sure. Heading back into the city, so I will go ahead and turn those high beams off. I do want to point out you have your camera here that activates with the turn signal. So that's like your blind spot. If you do still have blind spot monitoring, but it is definitely helpful to have the additional camera system as well. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and shut up for the rest of this drive. If you're interested in this GV80, we have a full review on the channel. Be sure to check that out. That has all the information you're going to want to know. We also have a night review of this, so there's lots of GV80 content, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And anyway, I'll just shut up and we'll drive for a few more minutes here before we end this video. Now, one more thing I do want to point out is that your blind spot monitoring information does show up in the head-up display, which I really quite like. That way you don't even have to take your eyes to the mirror to see if someone's in your blind spot. You do also have a brake hold system, so that's pretty helpful in the city. Do just want to point out that your exterior mirrors as well as your interior mirror is both going to be auto dimming, and that's actually standard across the GV80 lineup, so that's certainly a nice touch. mentioned, I think that's a really cool touch that the shifter turns red, and here's a look at your 360-degree camera at night. Certainly illuminates still very well. It's one of the highest resolution cameras I've experienced in a modern vehicle. You do also have parking sensors as well. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you tuning into this video, and if you enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below.